It's a glorious day here in Virginia, a perfect day to talk about my recent weight loss. Since January 2024, I'm down 39 pounds. That's approximately 4 months. So how did I do this, you've asked? I'm going to show you some of the foods we've been eating and some snacks too that help me stay the course. First up, hydration. I drink water. I drink sun tea almost daily with lemon and monk fruit sweetener. I absolutely love that drink. I also enjoy this beautifully carbonated Spindrift drink. I get it at Costco in all the fruity flavors. This is a very healthy drink, no bad stuff at all. I am also debuting my brand new sourdough bread recipe in this video. You guys are first to see it. I don't eat much bread, hardly any carbs at all really, if I can help it. This is a low carb, almost keto, very high protein diet. I'm actually pretty low on my sourdough starter. I'm going to use just about all of it. I'll save about at least a tablespoon so I can add some flour and water to it later and make it again. One day I was making my smoothie and I put all this good healthy stuff in my smoothies and I was starting to put together a bread and I thought, hey, why don't I put some of that good stuff that I put in my smoothie into my bread and see what happens. So I added my starter and my water and the salt and all the traditional things, flour and everything, and I see this collagen protein peptide powder just sitting on the counter. So sure enough, I added a scoop of that. I add nutritional yeast. Now this is an inactivated version of yeast. It's not a bread rising yeast. It's not for that purpose at all. Actually, it helps to lower cholesterol, boost immune health. It's full of protein and vitamins and minerals and antioxidants. I also add in some flaxseed meal, not the flaxseed seeds, but the meal is actually more healthy. Your body absorbs it better than the flax seeds itself. And it's high in fiber too, omega-3 fatty acids, and improves digestive health. So all good things go into this beautiful bread. Along with flour, I put in 2 cups of all-purpose unbleached flour and a cup of whole wheat bread flour. And you can take out one of those all-purpose flour cups and add in whole wheat flour or any kind of flour you like, bread flour. But this combination just seems to work so well. And a little bit of salt in there. I just mix it up as well, and probably about a cup of water. And if it's just a little bit dry, you might want to add just an extra teaspoon here or there until you get it just right. All right, I'm going to put this on the back of my stove where it's nice and warm. You see my sourdough starter back there and my back of the stove potpourri and my sourdough bread. That will sit now for an hour or so till I do my stretch and folds, and I'll take you on that journey in just a moment. And now on to breakfast. Well, I do intermittent fasting many times a week. My last meal of the day is usually around 4:30 p.m. and I eat nothing till noonish about the next day. That's about a good 18 to 20 hour fast. It's excellent for lowering blood sugars. It really works for me. Ask your doctor if that might be something that would work for you. This is a delicious, totally low carb, high protein meal. Eggs are perfect. They're the go-to meal for me. And you can have it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or a snack anytime. If I'm going to have bread, it would be with this meal. A very small piece of my new, higher protein, extra healthy sourdough bread. Here I'm going to get a little bit personal, but I promise you, if you do high protein, low carb, you must eat salads. You must have fiber. You really, really do, or you could get into some trouble. And I found that out the hard way, trust me, but a big, fresh, crisp, cold salad is perfect to keep your body regular. To keep my salads fresh all week, I squeeze out every drop of excess water and store it with a paper towel inside whatever container I choose. My salad spinner is one of the greatest new things I have added to my kitchen. It is a great investment. I chop up all my favorite low-carb veggies. It's easy to customize your salad. Make it great and eat it all week. Try and eat a salad with every meal. You will always find a fresh salad in my refrigerator and a homemade ranch dressing. Very easy. Vinegar and oil is another delicious salad dressing. Any dressing that you like, make it low carb, low sugar, and you will have something just to cherish with every single meal. Having been on this diet since January, yeah, that's about 4 months, I have lowered my A1C in half. I've lowered my cholesterol and my triglycerides. I am no longer on any diabetic medications. I simply can't believe it. It's all by diet. The high protein, low carb is very, very good for diabetics. So I've been told by my very own doctor, ask your doctor if you have sugar issues, ask your doctor about the low carb, high protein way of eating. I think it's remarkable. I generally stay at about 50 to 60 carbs a day. Sometimes I try to go a little lower if I can. I don't count calories, and I have been very satisfied with this way of eating, and I love the way I feel. I have a long way to go, yes I do, and there will be days I struggle. I am certain of that. But when I am tempted, I will remember my new mantra. You guys remember, I've had it before, I know what it tastes like, and I don't want it. I need a t-shirt that says this, don't we all? How about Super at 60 on the front of the shirt and the diet phrase on the back? Would you wear a shirt like that? I would. I'd want one in every color. Look at that salad. That is pure health in a bowl. Okay, this sourdough bread has been sitting out all night, about 12 to 13 hours. Look how beautiful that rose. Now, my sourdough starter came out of the refrigerator unfed and cold. And I know it had been in there for over a week unfed. So this just proves that you don't have to have the perfect starter all fluffy and ready to go. You don't have to feed it first. You can do it just like this and still achieve the same thing. Believe me, if you're going to follow somebody who does sourdough, you'll want to follow me because I take every shortcut I possibly can, and I always have beautiful, beautiful and delicious results. And here we go. We'll place it in that Benetton basket, and now it is going to rise for about 2 hours on the back of my nice warm stovetop. All right, darlings, so it's bound to happen. What if you get the munchies? What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to eat? Well, I've laid out a few of my favorite snacks. And right here, pork rinds and red pepper hummus. Yum! Cottage cheese is delicious, but I just eat a little bit of it, maybe a couple spoonfuls. These low-carb tortillas, those are killer. You can make them sweet. You know, you can toast them in your oven with some butter and some cinnamon and sugar. You can put Parmesan cheese on them. You can use them for wraps with lunch meat. Those coconut chocolate things, I get those at Costco. They are delicious and very, very healthy. They're called Unreal, and they are just totally unreal. All kinds of nuts, walnuts, pecans, cashews, peanuts. I love to sit down and just open peanuts and eat them. They're so good. Sometimes I'll take walnuts or pecans, put them in a dry cast iron pot on my stovetop, and add a little butter and cinnamon and sugar, and sometimes a sprinkle of cocoa and a little salt, and they are a wonderful snack. They're just so good. I love cheese. You can have a piece of cheese or lunch meat from the refrigerator. If you don't want a full sandwich or something, just pick up something like that. It's so, so good. Cheese sticks are yummy. This Purely Elizabeth. Now, this stuff is expensive, I will say, but it is delicious and totally, completely organic and very, very good for you. And this is just a little sampling of some of the snacks that we eat if we have to. As far as fruit goes, yeah, strawberries, that'll work fine. Strawberries are delicious. Any kind of berry, strawberry, blueberry, blackberry, raspberries, they are so good. Now, some of the other things that I make sure that I have prepared during the week for my salads and for any other reasons are bacon. Bacon is a delicious thing. We all love bacon. I like the thick cut. I like organic when I can find it. And what I'm going to do now is just make a whole sheet pan of bacon. wrap it up, and use it for my salads and anything else I want this week. I twist mine. I just like it. They look like candy canes, don't they? It's a beautiful thing, bacon is. And I'll put that in a 375 oven for about 35 minutes. I like it pretty crispy. And also some hard-boiled eggs. Like I've said before, I don't like hard-boiled eggs cold out of the refrigerator, with a little salt and pepper as a snack. That's just not a snack to me. I don't enjoy it. I like them warm right out of the pot there. And I did eat about 2 of them, I think, the day I filmed this. They were so good, but I love them chopped up and on top of my delicious salad. Wait till you see the salad that I'm going to build for you tonight. Now here's a sampling of some of the things that I grocery shop for. About every 2 weeks we refill on meat. We love steak. Steak is a fabulous protein. It is so good and so healthy for you. When I find it on sale, if I can, we either get it at BJ's or Costco. And I bring it home and I wrap it up in either parchment paper like I'm doing here and stick it in some plastic wrap, like a Ziploc baggie, and put it down in the freezer. That helps from getting freezer burn, and it really does help. You can use freezer paper too. That's just fine. Lou and I just recently bought a half a cow. We're going to be getting that in October, I believe, and I am thrilled. It is grass-fed, grass-finished, organic cow. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm going to save my bacon grease because it was organic bacon. When you don't have organic bacon, the bad stuff that's in that bacon finds its way down into the fat. So when you save that fat and you use it to cook other things, you're just really not doing yourself a very good thing, because you're eating all that bad stuff when you transfer it to cooking eggs or whatever else on your stovetop. So be careful. Think twice about saving that bacon grease if you're not eating organic bacon. All right, the sourdough bread has risen. It took about 2, maybe 3 hours. It's warm in my house today, and on the back of the stove it's also nice and warm. I'm going to put this into a 450 degree oven. I'm just giving it a little slice right now. With my razor. You can put all kinds of pretty designs on. Oh, I used to get real creative, real fancy. Now it's just sustenance, I just want to put a couple marks on it and plop it into the oven and get that bread out and start eating it. It's just so delicious. 450, always be careful. Yep, I'm always so careful. Have the right kind of mitts for that too, because that's a very high temperature. And that'll go in there for about 30 minutes. Then I take the lid off and cook it and bake it for another 11 or 12 minutes till it's crispy brown and crunchy on top. All right, now here's the star of the show as far as I'm concerned. This is a ribeye steak, and what I do is crank up to about a medium temperature, I guess, on stovetop, and I will use some good oils. Here, this is so important to use good oils. No more seed oils. We can't eat those canola oils and those vegetable oils and those safflower oils. No more. No, today I'm using fresh organic butter and avocado oil, organic avocado oil. And I'm going to take this steak and I am going to put on, this is what I do with every steak we get. I have finally nailed the flavoring. It is just lots of salt. Pink Himalayan salt is the best salt, and sea salt, Redmond sea salt, also a very good salt, pepper, and some onion powder and some garlic powder. Those flavors just go so well face down into this screaming hot pan of really good healthy oils. Now, once you put that down, you can do the other side with your salt, more salt, just the same amount of salt and pepper and your onion powder and your garlic powder. It is just so delicious. If you try this with just one piece of steak and you cook it just the way I'm telling you to do it, you'll thank me. You'll thank me for it. Now, it all depends on how you like your steak. I've gotten this down pat too. Lou and I like red in the middle. I don't like rare at all, but I like a medium. A medium to a medium rare. I like it pink in the middle. Not red, but pink, but very pink. I think we have it down that in order for it to be the perfect steak for us, we like it about 6 to 7 minutes on each side. And here's that beautiful sourdough loaf. Look at this bread. I love it. It's just so good and sourdough is healthy anyway because it's a fermented bread. I love fermenting things, and a fermented bread is very healthy. And then all those beautiful things that I added into it today, just put it over the top. All total goodness. All right, this steak is hot off the griddle, and the first thing I do is put on just a tad bit of butter right on the top, and I let it sit. Just let it sit while you prepare your salad. And that all those juices are going to just suck up right into that meat and make it so flavorful. And here, this salad could not be much more colorful. It just looks like a little piece of art. All that delicious crispy salad and that bacon that we cooked, and here go the chopped eggs. I did shred up that sharp cheddar cheese and put on there. I always shred my own cheese. Don't buy packaged cheese if you can help it. You know there's wood pulp in there? There really is. I have done a lot of looking into on that, and because I couldn't believe it when I first heard it, but it appears to be true. So I shred my own. It is only in prepackaged shredded cheeses. It's not in any of the block cheeses. And then here is my very own, very easy package. It's actually a package, the Aldi Ranch package. And I just add, I think it's mayonnaise and some sour cream maybe in there. I can't remember at the moment. But it's delicious. I need to learn to make my own. I want to make my own mayonnaise and then make my own ranch, with my own herbs from that. So that's next up. Oh, goodness sakes. Here's the end of my yummy sauerkraut that I made. And I have to make more. So you'll be getting a video on homemade, fantastic. Talk about fermented food, fermented goodness. That is sauerkraut. Sauerkraut and beef are one of the most, God's greatest gift to us in foods. Fermented foods are so healthy for gut health. Yes, that is one fancy looking plate of salad there, but we're not quite done yet. So the star of the show re-enters. And look at this steak. Oh, that butter is melting all over the top of it. There's something about a steak on a cutting board with a really good knife. It literally cuts through like butter. And sure enough, you can see just a little bit of pink. Honestly, I may have overcooked this by about a minute and a half or so. But that's just the way we love to eat our steak. It's so, so good. And it's hot, and it's so juicy, and those flavors that we put on top, the salt. You have to have plenty of salt for beef. It just brings out the flavor. So here, this is Lou's plate, and I'm going to take care of my Lou tonight because we're celebrating his retirement with this beautiful steak salad. He has been retired now fully for a whole week, and we have been enjoying it so very much, and we are going to enjoy a delicious dinner tonight outside in our summer house, and I'm so very, very excited. I hope that I have inspired you to make some healthy food choices or to lose a pound or two. I'll be back soon with another fabulous simple supper, desserts too. Please leave me a comment and press that like button. Bye now, friends, and Lord bless.